What's up, guys? Mike Patrick, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about something that I think is very important that's been on my mind for probably about a year or so, but I never really expressed it through video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to title this one, Health Nut Thinks He's Immortal and Better. Health Nut thinks he's immortal and better, okay? So you kind of get an idea through the title what I'm going to be talking about, okay? Now, the thing is, when we come into eating healthy, okay, and trying to live a healthy, holistic lifestyle, all right, many times people that we interact with, okay, may think that you're better now because you're eating better. And then a lot of times that's justified because it may come off that way, because a lot of times when we become healthier, a lot of times the first thing we start trying to do is influence other people and talk to other people about how they should be eating healthy, or we want to become braggadocious about what we're eating, or people may perceive it that you're becoming braggadocious about what you're eating and how you're eating it, you know. So the thing is, and I want to talk from my experience and my point of view and what my intentions is, okay? When I talk about health and I try to inform people on health, it's not to try to glorify myself, like, look at what I know, look at how healthy I eat now, okay? What it is, man, it's really about, I really don't even go out and try to minister to people that I don't really know, okay, about health and fitness. I bet you most people would consider me a quiet person. I don't talk much, okay? Um, the thing is, I do try to express myself to my family members because these are people that are near and dear to me, okay? And so I want to see them healthy so I can in turn, you know, give myself as much validation that they're going to not self implode and do anything to harm themselves. You know what I mean? And I just want people to try to maximize their potential as far as health goes, so we all can stay here with each other longer because we love each other, right? And we don't want to lose each other, all right? And year after year, day after day, you know, unfortunately in life you hear about somebody getting sick, somebody coming down with this, somebody coming down with that, and a lot of these things are things that we could help, okay? Things that are within our power. Now, the thing is, I want to talk about this though. Now, does eating healthy make you immortal, okay? Or, you know, does it make you immortal? Do you think you can't die because you start eating healthy, or you can't come down with the same sickness that someone else may have came down with who wasn't eating as healthy? No, okay? At the end of the day, the man upstairs, okay, as we say, the man upstairs, God is going to be in control of all of that, okay? I don't care how many apples and oranges and how much green leafy vegetables you eat and how many herbs you take, okay? If God sees fit for you to come down with a certain disease or come down with a certain ailment, you know, then it's just going to happen, okay? We know plenty of raw vegans who, you know, they eat this way and then they still come down with cancer, or they still come down with diabetes, or whatever, okay? So eating healthy is not going to ensure that you stay healthy necessarily, okay? Okay? If, like I said, if it's your time to catch a disease or die from something, anything like that, that's all in God's hands. Now, what I will say is this. What I will say is God didn't mean for you. Based on that, God didn't mean for you to neglect yourself, okay? God did not mean for you to neglect yourself and your temple, okay? God, just like if you subscribe to the Bible, okay, there are 10 commandments in the Bible, right? Now, many people who don't agree with the Bible may not. I know when I was younger, I didn't agree with the Bible or 10 Commandments, so to speak, because I really looked at it as a way of control, and I didn't want to be controlled. But if you really look at it, and once you become more mature, I started looking at it as these are all things that are used to govern our lives so we can live a better life, okay? So the thing is, with eating right, it's not that it's going to necessarily save your life, okay? It's just that it's something that you do, you try to eat right and take care of your body so you can maximize your potential in this experience, okay? And so you can live in accordance with good health and happiness. Therefore, you can carry on through life and in a better manner, okay? Now, also, does eating properly make you, or eating healthy, does it make you better than people, right? Some people think that you think you're better than them because now you're eating a certain type of way. Okay. Now I think a lot of that is just the perception of the person. Sometimes, you can't worry about trying to please everybody. People are going to perceive you the way that they want to perceive you. Some people have preconceived notions and things of that nature where people are going to judge you a certain way just because, and there's nothing you can really do about it. But from my standpoint, for those people who are, because they're at the same time, there are people who think they're better. They literally in their mind think they're better. And that's not that someone else is receiving or perceiving them that way. Excuse me. Got my tongue all twisted today. But it's not that someone's perceiving them in that way. In a lot of cases, some people really are thinking like that. They think that they're better than people from a standpoint of they're just, they can look down on people now because they're eating properly. Okay? And that, in turn, that is when it's an issue. Okay? Excuse me, what's going on outside. But that right there is an issue because you should never look down on somebody for anything, okay? We're all equal and sovereign as far as being here. So me being a raw vegan, if I was a raw vegan, me being a raw vegan doesn't make me better than anybody that eats at McDonald's just based on the fact that I'm a raw vegan and they eat fast food, okay? No different than money and anything else. A person with more paper money, what I mean, is not better than somebody who may not have a dime in their pocket, just based off the fact that you got more paper money, and so on and so on, okay? So the thing is, I also want to shed light on too, though. Now, it does make a person better to a certain extent, though, right? Just like if you have more money than me, it makes you better than me financially, okay? It means that you have the ability to take your money and do different things with that money than a person that doesn't have as much money, okay? So it's the same thing with a person who eats healthy, okay? In a lot of cases, a person who eats healthy is better than people who don't, to a certain degree, from the standpoint of, okay, they're probably happier. These are tendencies of people who eat right. Put it this way, these are tendencies. You know what I mean? Your desires change, your thoughts change, your outlook on life change. And usually it's things that liberate you. They're changes, they're good changes, they're positive changes, okay? Your outlook on life is a more positive outlook on life, okay? Your thoughts are usually more positive thoughts, more self-empowering thoughts, okay? Your desires become less, I want to say mundane. Your desires become less superficial, okay, and things of that nature. So also people who don't eat right, we notice these tendencies. They're very confrontational, they're very negative emotionally, okay? They usually have a lot of health complications or prone to health complications. And these are things that generally you don't see in a person that has a healthier diet, okay? So it's not all about anyone trying to think that they're better than anyone or trying to make someone feel like they're less than because of anything. It's more so about trying to shed light and trying to help people, okay? And trying to get people in a position to where they can thrive and be as healthy as they possibly can. Because guess what? If I can influence you to eat better, okay, and I care about you and I love you, then guess what? I'm giving you a better chance to stay here longer with me, okay? And then in turn, when you eat right, many times we feel better, we think better, we do better. And so you become a more agreeable person to be around, okay? And then when we're all agreeable and when we're all working together, when we all have a different outlook on life, okay? And when we're all in a positive manner, or we all in a positive state of being, then guess what? All that you can breathe is positivity and growth and expansion, okay? And progressiveness, okay? You know what I mean? So that's what that's all about, guys. I know I probably didn't touch on everything. I'm really shooting from the hip here on this one. Usually I have some kind of notes to refer to so I can make sure I hit on certain points that I think is very important. This one I'm shooting for the hip, so hopefully this made sense. Hopefully it was some jewels in here. You know what I mean? And so hopefully this was just a helpful video for insight, okay? Just for insight and a perspective, okay? So we can break down some of these walls and some of these preconceived notions and some of these stereotypes of people, okay? And then sometimes when you put things out here like this, now people know where you're coming from, as opposed to trying to assume where you're coming from, and they could be taking things wrong, and which can cause blockages in relationships, okay? It's a misunderstanding. So thanks guys for listening. Hopefully this was helpful, and peace, and have a good one.